so nice to be back on the air with you.
All the members of the team that serve you today, everybody, you know, they are and what their contribution.
All right, so you know that we're doing the Miss Caricom Pageant, and this is our 15th year, but it's so wonderful this year. It's extra excitement because I'm working with a village, Rochdale village, that have a community of over 25,000 residents. And they do so many wonderful things for the young people. So it's so awesome to be partnering with them to do this, to bring it to the village. So we're in the village this morning. You know, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, the village is here today. So I'll introduce one by one. We'll start first with the president of the board, the chairman of the board, and then we'll go along. But this is Rochdale Village in Queens, New York. And you gotta come down here, Chili. So here we go. I'll introduce the board. I'll introduce first Ms. Jean Castro, and she'll tell you her position and everything else that's going on here this morning.
Yes, I'm Jean Castro, and I'm excited. I'm excited to be a partner with Dr. Sanchez to bring the pageant here into Rochdale Village. We want to do this annually because it's something that we do to help our young youth here in the village, to give them self-esteem, self-worth, to educate them on the beauty of moving forward to big and better things, to train them on public speaking, you know, showcase their talent, and that will enable them to advocate for their community and take ownership of who they are and be very successful in life. And this is something that I love to do, and I'm excited about it. We are here on 120 acres of land. We have 28,000 people live here, 20 buildings. It's so beautiful that it's something that it's unimaginable for people to come into this village and see the people that live here that are like a family. And I appreciate Dr. Sanchez for bringing the pageant into our community.
You know, Chili, I once called Danny Glover and had him talk with Miss Castro for a minute. So we still working on trying to get him here. Yes. I want to introduce you to Mr. Clifton Stanley Diaz. Hold on a second.
Good morning, brother. How you doing? Okay, we got a very strong economic development here, which has a lot of, potential. We have a lot of kids here that are in the community. We want to make sure that we direct them in the right direction, as our president was saying. So with that in mind, we have a large Caribbean population. I do a lot with Mrs. Monica Sanchez. I also have a Caribbean background. My cousins, two of them, one served as the Antiguan Barbuda Organization of American States diplomat, and my other cousin was the Deputy Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda. He is now the political leader of that country. And I have done a lot with the Caribbean community, and with June coming up, this is the exact time for us to have this event in our community. And I'm great and happy to have it here. And I want to see some of the beautiful girls that we have that are here. Let them come out and show what they can do for our community and give them the opportunity and exposure to meet a lot of prominent people, and give them the opportunity that if something comes up, it'll be for them to get out there and do it and represent the community. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, he is very humble, and I have to send you a bio on him, and then you'll see what a power horse that is. So the next member of the team is Miss Julia Holden.
Hello, everybody. How are you? Okay, my role is the director of the Rochdale Village Community Center, a newly renovated center where we host a number of programs and activities for the community. We have an active senior center here. We have programs for the youth here. We have a grand ballroom and several other rooms that we rent out to the community to host their cherished events, weddings, birthday parties. So Rochdale Community Center is the hub of the community. We have trainings, workshops, just everything that you can imagine for multicultural, intergenerational community.
Yeah, so we're still moving along. We're still moving along with the team, so here we go. I think the store likes your voice, so it's kind of come and shine away here.
Hi, how are you? My name is Cynthia Bernadine, and I'm a communications coordinator, and I just help keep Rochdale social and on social media and just promoting all the wonderful activities that they have in the community here.
Hey, Chili, you sound like she should work for you out there.
I need your whole team over here.
So we're still moving along here to Mr. Sawala Kessely. We have an African in the house.
Hey, Chili. It's nice to have you back on after our last interview. So how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. Talking to
Africa Cynthia.
all the queens and kings of Rochdale Village, man.
All right.
Look, this is a powerful place, a powerful village
That's
here.
right.
And I run the African Center for Community Empowerment. It's a not-for-profit organization. And we also are spearheading the proposed Southeast Queens Federal Credit Union, a community-based initiative for the entire Southeast Queens. So we did talk about that the last time. And I've had a long-standing relationship with Rochdale Village. In fact, it was a daycare. I think daycare is still here. We used to provide gifts to the young people, for the daycare. At the same time, too, we used to get computers and other stuff from the administration here to use for our center as well. And then we've been working with Ms. Caricom. I'm on the board, and we are excited to be part of this collaboration with Rochdale. I think it's going to be an exciting time, and so I'm looking forward to that. But thanks for having us on. Yes, Monica.
Thank you, Mama. You only have 30 seconds.
Oh my God, Chili knows. We have a legend in the house, a hip hop legend. He honored us with his presence. He's one of my photographers, Larry Love. And you gotta let him talk about back in the days. Yes.
What's up, Mr. Chili?
Well, I've been a long-time resident right here in Rochdale Village also, and I've been with Miss Caricom. I'm on the board for over 15 years, and we put on great shows throughout the city, with Miss Caricom, with the youth, giving them self-esteem and encouraging them to be whatever they choose to be in lifetime. And also, I'm their photographer, the world's greatest photographer.
Tell him a little about you.
For me? Well, it's short-lived, I was New York's #1 DJ for a few years, and then with Grandmaster Flash became Larry. I just support a lot of mentoring at the different schools and putting back in schools right now with 5th graders with the highest GPA average. I guess.
Here because Rochdale, they have so many activities and opportunities for the youth. I've lived here all my life, and I've always participated in anything that Rochdale has going. So this is so great for me because this is just going to build everything in confidence, like they said.
Yes.
So I just believe that everyone a part of Rochdale should come down and be a part of this with me. They're telling me I'm the winner already. But everyone a part of Rochdale is so great. The board is great, and I'm so happy for this opportunity. This is the first time I ever participated in anything in a pageant. So I'm just so excited. I'm so happy for everything that they have in store. I'm so happy for the training and everything. I know I can take this anywhere outside of Rochdale,
Yes.
and I would love to tell all my friends to come.
Exactly.
So this is I'm super honored to even be a part of this. So I just thank everybody in advance, as Caricom, for everybody, the board, everybody for just giving this opportunity to the youth, because there's not a lot of things for us to do outside. Sometimes some kids don't even know what to do. So this is great. This is giving people opportunities to showcase what they have going on in their inside life, and can share with everyone else.
You don't spell your name right.
I'm sure you will. So just thank you, everyone.
Thank you, young lady.
So there you go, Chitty, that's a team.
Okay, that's the only thing. Let me just ask you a question. When did God give you the Caricom beauty pageant in the interest of city walking up to the table?
Oh my goodness, how much time we got on this show? So let me give you a short version. The inauguration of this pageant was in Georgetown, Guyana, which is secretariat to Caricom. And of course, we took the infamous Mr. Danny Glover down there to do this. That's in 2004. And he's been with us ever since. The pageant has grown into a monster. We've had it at some very unique locations and countries, including Montserrat, the Apollo Theater. And of course, this year now, everything has built up to this excitement that we're in right now, because even though it's local, it's the impact of what we're hoping to accomplish, because it's in the village. It's where all the youths are. It's a part of the community that's doing so much, for young people. And that the temperature that the world is in right now, especially America, the youths are suffering from so many things, depression, For example, this year, the pageant is based on mental wellness, which is a worldwide issue, mental wellness, So I'd like to talk a lot about the pageant and the journey that we've been on, but what I want to say is that the pageant has opened up so many doors. We're doing a lot of wonderful things with the UN. We've gotten a commission, UNESCO Institute of Fashion Education in 2017. We do the Daddy Love Palm Dreams Award. We've partnered with Nigeria, where we're doing a fashion training, life skills. We've graduated over 400 people. We're starting up a school in Guyana, and we're also starting up something in Senegal, Dakar. So there's a lot of wonderful things going on that's connected to this, but the emphasis right now is on the impact that we're hoping to make at Rochdale Village. And I want us to talk about the village a little bit, because I am so excited of what they're doing here, the things they're accomplishing here. The programs that they've set up. You gotta come down here, you gotta come to this village. It's just an awesome, awesome place.
It's the jewel.
I want Ms. Castro to talk a little bit more of some of the things that she's doing here. They're so humble, but I am like jumping out of my skin. So I am going to let Larry Love, who Larry Love doesn't know what's going on over here. Everybody, what is it? Judy, is it your voice? I'm going to let Mr. Diaz tell you a little bit more about what's going on here and some of his involvement in some of this Caribbean American stuff that's going on.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm an original cooperator here. I live 2 blocks outside of Rochdale Village when they were building it. And since that time, it was originally a Jewish community. It became an integrated community when it was conceived. And then later on, a lot of the whites had moved out. We started going like downhill. My president, who is the president of the board, both of us got together and we said we had to turn this community around. So we turned it around. We had the community center rebuilt. It's modernized. It's 55 years old. We have a lot of activities for the seniors. We have a food program. We have a youth program. We do education of the community, like after-school programs, what have you. We serve nice food to the cooperators. We redid our malls, both of them. A lot of people weren't visiting the malls. Now it's crowded. We modernized the stores. We have brand name stores in the malls now. We have more than 25,000 cooperators living here. But because of the economic situation, some of those kids that came back to live with their parents, we might have maybe 40 or 50,000 people here. They're undergoing a mile away, a $10 billion program with John F. Kennedy Airport. They're expanding it. The economics in this development and Kennedy Airport, which is only a mile away, like I said. So when she was talking about you coming and visiting, it's easy for you to get here. This place is jumping. We got the place moving. Our waiting list is 4 to 5 years. People are desperately trying to get in here. We have the lowest rent, $1,005. That includes everything: gas, electricity, water, heating, air conditioning. On the outside, the rent is $2,300 in Queens for a 2-bedroom. So the people here have that 2-bedroom. They're saving about $1,500 a year, monthly. Okay, and when you translate that for a down payment to move to a house, you have that money to move in if you want to, move into a house and leave here. So everybody's trying to get in here. The rents on the outside are too doggone high. I won't say the word, okay? But it's high. A lot of communities are being overtaken and being taken away. Case in point, Harlem, Brooklyn, and Brooklyn. Bedford-Stuyvesant, Clinton Hill. They're taking over those communities, but guess what? They haven't taken over Rochdale. The president and I have made sure that we're keeping our community. The community is going up, and we're kicking. And things are happening here. We have a good community center director, communications person. We have a good board, all right? We do not deviate. We stay on our program in terms of keeping our development affordable. We're very, insistent upon doing that. We don't let people tell us that they want this, and that. We take care of the things that are important to keep this development going and to keep us in the right direction. So we're making a lot of major treatments here, but we want to focus on the future of our youth, like the young girl was saying here. We want to make sure that we give them the opportunity. We want to make sure that in our community, which is comprised of middle-income people, we have diplomats living here, we have consuls living here, and we have a great influx of Caribbean people that live here. It's growing. And with that in mind, June is the month for Caribbean Americans. So this event being on June 22nd is the thing that's happening. Thank you. This is my part.
Okay, well, this is my baby. You know that my thing is empowering and promoting young people, especially women. It's close to my heart, and this year, because we are focusing on mental wellness, it's also a personal issue. So this pageant is extremely important to me. I'm putting a lot of energy in it, and I'm getting a lot of positive returns. So, I could go on and on and on, but especially the fact that I'm partnering with this village that's doing so much for women and young people. So I'm in my element right now. All right, so we have a schedule out, and every Saturday from 3 to 6 we have training, orientation, photo shoot with the girls, with all the contestants. So every Saturday from 3 to 6 we have contestant time. So that time is set up for them to be trained, be coached, work on their public speaking and everything else. We're going to have on the Friday before the event is Saturday, June 22nd. So on Friday, June 21st, we're going to be having a VIP cocktail reception for our special guests and our sponsors. At that event, the girls are going to do their talent. Their talent is a platform presentation. It's public speaking. They have to research a topic and speak on it for 3 to 5 minutes. So we do that separate at that event on Friday night. And that event on Friday night is going to be June 21st from 7 to 10 p.m. On Saturday, June 22nd, which is the big day, and that's the day for the pageant, that's the day all the festivities is going to happen. We're going to have a fabulous red carpet because, as Miss Julia says, the ballroom is newly renovated and fabulous. So we're going to have carnival costume for the contestant on the red carpet. We're going to have steel band. We're going to have walking on stilts. We're going to have a fashion show. Of course, we'll have a VIP guest. And that will all start between 4 and 5 in the afternoon. The pageant of itself will be on stage from 6. And at 6 o'clock, the contestants go on stage. And oh, yeah. The tickets are being sold on RochdaleVillage.com, right? And you can go on there and get all of the information, all of the schedule and everything else that's going on here. And the pageant schedule will be on that too. But if someone's interested and want to be part of, you can contact Rochdale Village. It's RochdaleVillage.com, the website.
Right.
But that's basically the schedule. On the day of the event, we're going to be having, that's June 22nd, Saturday, June 22nd. The pageant starts, like I said, it's the red carpet, then the girls on stage. They're going to be in their swimwear, and then the evening wear. We're going to have some entertainment. We have a very famous MC, Wasi. He's a Trinidadian superstar when it comes to the soca business. We're also going to have a few celebrities in between. So it promises to be a grand event. Well, we're looking at a final number of about 40. Right now we have like 22. Okay, I'm gonna let Mr. Diaz speak, but I want you to know you have an open VIP invitation to be a special guest at this event.
Okay, again, I want to see opportunity for our young youth. We have a lot of females here that are the head of the household in Rochdale Village, so we're fortunate to have that. New York has one of the biggest Caribbean populations. We have all the consulates here, so we're going to make sure that the consulates come here, the diplomats, consuls, what have you. And like I told you, this is an event that's being done during the month of June, which is Caribbean month. So we want to make sure that we get everybody to participate, and there'll be a lot of opportunities for these girls to represent companies and different things and sponsors, commercials, whatever. So we want to make sure this thing happens. Thank you.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm so interested in, the young youth here, to come back into the pageant, to bring back the things that used to be. Get them out of the telephone, get them off those cell phones and different things of that nature. They need to take ownership of who they are and be beautiful young ladies and step out in the world and say, I'm educated, I can speak properly. Just get educated on what it is out there in the world. This is one of my things in Rochdale. We have so many youth here that have nothing to do. They try to go to college, and we really want them to move forward, and this will help them so much. And again, I'm grateful for Dr. Sanchez here for coming into this community. I met her, she gave me an award a few years ago at the UN, and I am so proud to be her friend and to make things happen here. As the president of the board of Rochdale Village, we have 15-member board here. We have a monthly board meeting, and it's comprised of a diverse group of seniors. Today, we having a huge function here with our elected officials, also with one of the doctor persons that we have here, Dr. Hubbard. She comes in and she gives a lot to the community. So today we're giving Mother's Day to over 500 mothers here.
All right, so we could just, I'll give you to the community director, hold on. Hello? Hi. I'm honored to serve as the director at the Rochdale Village Community Center, to work with the board and my management team to bring in programs that are needed for families, for youth, for our seniors. So we take pride in being an intergenerational community. We are a village where if you live here, you can shop here, you can go to the doctor here, you can start your own business here. So we just whatever the community needs, our goal is to work with our community, provide training, resources, and to have fun too. It takes a village to raise a family, and this village is here to raise up our families that live in this community. So my role is just to be part of the team and to make a difference in the lives of thousands.
That's right. Okay, go back.
Larry Love will say goodbye.
All right, you got it, man. One of the things that I like so much about the Caricom is that the faces we see on these young ladies when they win, when they're competitive against each other and they achieve different goals. Even those that don't win, they come out as winners. And that's the most important thing I see with this pageant.
So I'm going to let the youngest person at the table, the contestant, just say a few words.
Okay.
Well, I want to gain out of this pageant new friends, new everything, new self-confidence, new self-esteem, everything. I just want to gain. I would love, even if I don't win, I know that I want to just have everything that I get taught. I want to keep it and take it on, and maybe even join again next year. So I'm just happy.
There you go. Mr. Cassidy says he don't have nothing to say to you because you did him already. Okay, so now we're having this year pageant is going to be at Rochdale Village, and it's on the Grand Ballroom, and the address is 169-65 137th Avenue, Jamaica. Now remember that it's the village, so it's inside the village. So when you come, you have to go inside the village, and it's Queens, New York. They have. I could give out the phone number, which is the Board of Directors, 276-5700-336. Extension 3. What's the code?
718.
Oh, 718. Oh, sorry, let me do that again, sorry. It's 718-276-5700, and that's extension 336.
Give us the number one more time.
718-276-5700, extension 336. Also, they can get online, rochdalevillage.com, and all the information is there. So again, the pageant will be in Queens, New York, at Rochdale Village Ballroom, 169-65 137th Avenue, Jamaica, New York.
Okay, well, as we close out today, Dr. Monica Sanchez, Secretary Monica Sanchez, and all the brothers came to Christ doing things in a big way. I look forward to meeting you when I come up to the East Coast, so look out for chili bones. They call me chili bones from coast to coast.
I'm ready to go.
Checking you guys out. As we close out today, in the spirit of Mother's Day, we always have our guests to bless us with a prayer. So who would want to lead us with a prayer in the spirit of Mother's Day?
For your open
Okay, So, you know, I also wear another hat. I'm a chaplain. So, in the spirit of Mother's Day, my mom isn't here, but I am here with so many other moms. So, I ask the Father in heaven to look down upon us and bless us with His good mercies, to keep us safe on our journey, to continue to build on the love in our hearts as mothers, to keep us focused and to guide and protect us on this day and every day. Amen.
And I want to thank you for coming on, Dr. Sanchez and the team. Go to RochdaleVillage.com, RochdaleVillage.org. You can call 708-276-5700, extension 336, June the 22nd. This Caricom Beauty Pageant will be a great event. I want to thank all you guys for coming on today. God bless you and your families and your ministry in that village. Well, it takes a village to raise a child. I know we're talking to you in Minnesota. Thank you so much.
Thank you, so.
All right.
All right.
Happy Mother's Day to all your mothers listening, Chili.
Yes, this is Chili Moms from Coast to Coast.
Oh, yes, I like to meet you.
Let me ask you a few questions. Like, so, what do you think this year is going to bring to the table for everybody that's out there?
This is an awesome year.
Yes.
So this is going to bring to the table the beautiful young ladies that we have here in Rochdale.
All right.
We're going to give them self-esteem.
That's right.
They're excited to be a Miss Rochdale this year.
That's right.
And I'm so proud of Dr.
Monica
Sanchez.
That's right.
I'm so sorry. Dr. Monica Sanchez to partner with her,
Yes.
to bring all of these girls here into the village,
Okay.
because it takes a village to raise a child.
Yes.
It takes a village to be a team,
Yes.
and like a parent, to help them move on forward in life. To give them things to look forward to.
Okay.
To give them education.
Yes.
To show them how to be ownership of themselves.
Yes.
To know how to walk in the beauty.
Absolutely.
And just be positive.